Hey, what's up? This is Marcus from Machine City Audio, and in today's video, we are going to take another look at an instrument from the Vintage Vault 3 collection. So if you didn't watch the first video, I took a look at the JP Legacy. Now in this video, I'm taking a look at the P-10, which is modeled after the Prophet 10. So let me pull this up right quick so you can get a look at what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. This is a super rare synthesizer. You really can't find these anymore, and if you do, they are super expensive and I'll never be able to get one. So thank you to UVI for making one of these, and I have access to it, so I'm glad about that. So everything that you hear from this instrumental that I made is coming from the P-10, with the exception of the drums. Now in the last video, I did not use the drums that are included with the Vintage Vault 3 collection, but I did in this one. And I am using the TR-808 drums that they have, and I really love the sound of these drums. Out of the gate, they sound really good. It's a really good source, and it won't take a lot of work to get these drums to knock. All right, so I made this kind of cheesy 80s R&B track, and yeah, some of the R&B back then was kind of cheesy, you know, the cheesy synths and those 808 drums, but I loved it, you know what I mean? So I kind of made something along the lines of that. All right, so let's listen to this instrumental, and then I'm going to break down how I made this track using the P-10. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I know it sounds pretty cheesy, right? But yeah, like I said, I used to love that stuff back in the day, so it definitely takes me back. All right, so let's take a listen to the first sound that we have, and this is from the keys section and the piano and trims preset. For this next sound, this kind of electric piano sound I'm using, for this one, I kind of just wanted to use it. I wanted to use this piano part to add some more texture to the chords. So I'm using the Dream Hour preset, and this is also part of the keys. All right, so I like the way those two complement each other. Let's move on to the bass. For the bass, I'm using the Sub Dark preset. All I did to this one is pretty much add a little drive to it to make it a little more gritty. So let's hear that by itself, and then I'll add the other instruments in. For the drums, I'm using the 808 samples that they have on here, and they really sound good to me. Now, if anyone watches this and you need some help learning how to route these out, I'll gladly do a video to show you how to route these out in native instruments, and I can also show you in Studio One, so let me know if you need that. All right, but basically, I just came up with a pattern, and let's check out the pattern for the drums. You can't tell me that'll take you back. You can't tell me. Let's go on to the pad. And for the pad, I'm using this church pad. Really sounds great. Didn't do anything to it. These are all just the presets that come with it. So let's hear what that sounds like by itself. Now, there are two parts to this. There's an upper part and a lower part, and you can use them how you see fit. You can use both at the same time, one or the other. So I didn't like the first part, so I kind of just turned that part off for the upper, and I'm just using the lower part of it. So let's hear all of this together now, what we got. All right, on to the next one. I am using what is this one? I gotta make sure. All right, the animated step, and I'm using the delay man preset. And let's hear what that sounds like. All right, so again, with this one, I didn't like the upper part. I just wanted that lower part, and that's what I used for this one again. All right, so let's go to this lead. Now for this lead, it's called the long lead. For the lead, I'm using the long lead preset, and let's hear that by itself. And last but not least, I'm using a drum fill from the Beat Analogy too. And I just threw together that drum fill. So now let's hear everything together again. Definitely check out the Vintage Vault if you haven't checked it out already. It's still on sale, and that sale is shortly closing, going to be over at the end of this month. So you definitely want to jump on this if you're interested. I am Marcus with Machine City Audio. Peace, and until next time.